Hey there guys, it's Arva here, bringing you Canada Secrets, a video of my hot lap of Canada and my setup guide for it. I thought I'd bring you this one-off video because really, Canada is my favourite all-time track on the F1 calendar, and it's really the only track I can probably be competitive with those pros that you see going around with no assists and clocking in probably 2 seconds faster than me on every other track. So I thought I'd bring you a Canada setup sort of to make myself feel better probably, and also just to share the setup because I really think it's a good one, and I also like to just share my insight into the Canada track and the tricks of the trade. So let's get straight into this. And also guys, if this video gets 15 likes, then I will be doing a Monaco one. I say that because Monaco, last week I found like this setup, and it's quite a good one, and I was quite surprised on how good it is, and it is actually quite a weird one that you wouldn't think would actually work, but it totally does. So if this gets 15 likes, I'll show you the Monaco one, but then after that, if we do post that one, then that will be it for the hot laps, because that's not my thing. If you really want setup guides for all the tracks, then I'll put a link in the description to my mate's Ryan L83. He puts some awesome hot lap setup guides in on his channel, so go check him out if you want some real proper setups, because he's part of the ARL league, and anyone from there is frankly like probably amazing. So yeah, go check that out in the description. So let's get straight into this. So here we are on a hot lap of Canada. We're going to come through to the first corner, braking hard now, flicking the car left over the apex, taking the speed through, braking hard now, locking up a bit on the left tire, going wide a bit now and opening the DRS, getting the power down. Now you're going to brake a bit earlier than you would usually do, going over the apex, taking a lot of it, being aggressive, opening the DRS again and sweeping through this right-handed. This is why I love this track. It's such a flowing track, braking early and hard now, kind of just cut the apex a tiny bit, sweet as you want, opening the DRS again, coming through to this mini straight. Going to use a bit of curves obviously to gain some speed. Now just before the bridge you want to be braking and you want to really attack the bump on the right, but you're going to flick it straight away left so you don't lose the rear. You're going to open the DRS again, now coming towards that hairpin. At this point the lap's going pretty well. Now coming towards the hairpin, braking hard for wheel users. You're going to have to brake very hard, and you're going to have to graze that apex just to make sure you don't hit the barrier on the left. And we're going to open the DRS again. You're going to use most of the curves, going to save some of it for the pit straight obviously. So now we're going to go through gear 6 and gear 7. We're going to max out gear 7 now. And we're going all the way up to 209 miles per hour. We're going to brake hard now into 4th gear. And we're going to go over that bump and get a nice exit on that opening DRS. And we're going to keep the car straight to get the shortest run to the line. And that is a 1:11.690 in Canada. So now I'm going to show you my setup for that lap. So let's go ahead and go to the main menu thing, and let's show you the setup, guys. And I must stress, this setup is tailored towards my oversteer style, so it may not cut you a lot of lap time out, but you know, it's worth a try. So camber front, 2 clicks to the right, camber rear, 1 click to the right. That's really for me to get the most oversteer that I like, but also it helps tyre wear during the race, so that's a good thing as well. And as I said before, yeah, this is really tailored towards me, but you know, try it out, tell me what you guys think of it. So on gear 1, 1 click to the right, on gear 6, 1 click to the right, and gear 7, 2 clicks to the right. So front ride height 4 and rear ride height 8, and both the springs at 7, and that gives you plenty of oversteer, but also some nice balance. And balance, speaking of balance, 6 and 5. And then we go on to the braking, so I put it on pressure high and 2 clicks to the right to stop locking up at the front, but high is really key, really helps your braking to get those early brake points. As I said, I broke quite early for most of those corners. So aerodynamics, both 3 on the wings. You can technically do 2-2 if you're feeling daring, but I always like 3-3, a bit of balance there. So guys, please tell me what you guys think of this setup. Try it out for yourselves, come back and comment on this video. Guess for the race you could set it up like that, gear 6 and 7, but I must stress as well, I really know this track like the back of my hand. I've always been fast on it from F1 2010, 2011 and 2012. So it might not necessarily work out for you, but please try it out and tell me what you guys think. So we're at this first braking point into the first corner. So you want to be braking just before that braking sign board. And you want to be braking hard like that. Obviously, that's why you need the high brake discs, so you can brake that late. So moving on to that first corner, obviously. Now here you can see my left tyre is just there, just about to get on the grass, but not really getting on it, so you don't corner cut, and that's going to get you the most lap time in that in that first corner. So now coming to the next part, the first high-speed chicane, and we're braking quite early actually. As you can see on the racing line bit, I can still go a bit more, but I'm going to brake that early, and this is why. Going to the next picture, I'm really attacking that first part of the chicane. I'm almost going to go flat over it, and that's because I'm going to flick it straight away left and try and get the most speed through that corner. As you can see, 4th gear going into that corner. So now coming to the second high-speed chicane. This one is really, really good. And you want to be braking just before that little light sign. And it's quite late. And then as we go over it, you want to be taking about that sort of line. If your left tyre is a bit more left, then you are going to spin it. You are going to lose it. The rear is just going to go. If you go a bit wide, so if that right tyre is a bit wider than it is, then really you're not going to take that second apex as well as you will want to. Now coming to the third high-speed chicane. Now, you want to be braking just before the bridge here, just before the shadow starts to appear, and you want to attack that first bump. As you can see, I'm going over it quite harshly. As soon as you go over that first bump, you will start to lose the car. The rear will snap a bit, but you want to flick it straight away left as soon as you go over that bump to try and gain back the grip. And now to the hairpin. Now, this is for wheel users especially. You want to be braking quite early, just before that 100-meter board, and you want to be getting it down to gear 1 because you want to be getting onto that apex. As you can see in the picture here, you want to be grazing the apex so you can get round that hairpin, because a problem for wheel users is you can hit that barrier over there on the right top of the picture. You can hit that barrier quite easily if you don't get the turn in quite right. For pad users, I'd say you could brake a bit later and you don't really have that problem because the pad has that kind of 360-nality of the left analog stick. That wasn't a word, but alright. So moving on now to that last chicane, that slow chicane at the end. Now I'm going to brake this early. Well, not early, actually, it's not that early, sorry, it's not early at all. It's quite late, actually. We're going to brake that late because basically in this next picture, you can see I'm in gear 4 taking that first bump. Now we're going to go straight onto that bump, because it's not going to be a corner cut. It's going to be quite a hard ride, but you are going to get a nice exit through that second bump quite nicely if you look back on the lap. And we're going to graze the wall of champions there. I couldn't really get a screenshot when I was grazing it, but you want to get really, really close to the wall of champions. And as I said, you want to keep the car on the right-hand side. Don't go to the left like a normal racing line in the race. You want to keep it on the right for a qualifying lap, because that's going to be the shortest run to the line. It's going to give you the best lap time possible. And there you go. Last picture just to show it was a 1:11.690. So guys, hope you enjoy this Canada Secrets video, my hot lap and my setup guide with some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. I've really honed in my skills on this track since 2010, 2011, 2012, as I said before. But please, guys, try out this setup. Tell me what you guys think of it, and tell me if it, cuts some lap time off you. And with a bit of practice, you can be getting some really low 11s. I know I've seen one or two videos out there that have gone, like 11 dead. If I can, off the top of my head, I think ARL Noble actually did like a 1:11.022 or something like that in one of his ARL League online races, and he still lost like a 10th in the first sector, so he probably could have gone sub 11. So it's not the fastest setup out there, but it's a fast setup nonetheless, and it helps me get to those pros who use no assists and are usually 2 seconds up the road to me every single lap. This is probably the only track I can keep up with them. So guys, again, if this video gets 15 likes, I will do a Monaco setup video, and that's just because at Monaco I found this really weird setup last week that actually works quite well, and it's very surprising that it works, because it completely, as soon as you look at it straight away from the cover, it just looks like it won't work, but it does. So if this gets 15 likes, I'll do that one next week. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please give this video a like, comment below. Again, obviously, if you try out this setup, please tell me what you guys think of it, and subscribe if you're new for weekly F1 comedy, F1 gaming content, and F1 news and race reviews. I'm Ben Arava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.